Hey guys, welcome to today's flow. Today we'll be moving through a restorative practice for when you're on your period. So we'll be focusing on releasing, relaxing, and surrendering to help us with feelings of cramping and discomfort at that time of the month. A restorative practice is all about moving into postures in a really comfortable and supportive way. So we don't want to be forcing ourselves into postures or leaning really deep into a stretch like what we do in yin. We want to focus more on supporting ourselves through the practice, especially at this time of the month. So today I have with me a couple of pillows just from my bedroom. If you have a bolster or blocks at home, you can always use those as well. So we'll begin in a seated position. If that feels comfortable in your body, if you'd like, you can grab a pillow and just place it underneath your bottom to support your hips a little bit more. And we'll begin with a little bit of pranayama, some breathing, and a little bit of meditation just to drop into the space before we begin to practice. So wherever you are, if you feel comfortable, just gently closing down the eyes or softening your gaze. We'll take a moment just to take a couple of deep breaths in and out of the nose, signaling to our bodies and our minds that it's time to slow down. And then from here, we'll just start to become aware of how we feel. Take a moment to feel into your body and notice what you're feeling today. And when we're on our periods, we can feel discomfort, pain, tension. So feel into any of those sensations. Notice if there's anything else in your body at the moment too. Do you feel any other sensations within your body, and can you bring those into your awareness for a moment? And as you become aware of sensations, know that this is your practice, and if you feel the need to move at all, invite that into your practice. As we move through our cycle, our bleed is a time when we can really lean into the feminine, to listen to our body's wisdom, to allow it to communicate with us what it needs at this time. So as you continue to feel into your body right now, bring this idea in mind of just listening to the wisdom of your body. What is it telling you? And maybe give yourself permission in today's practice to honor your body. And you might like to bring your hands and place them palms face down on your womb or your low belly. Maybe just feeling the warmth of your hands against your stomach. Noticing how that feels. Just a moment of nurture for yourself. Holding this space. Honoring all that it is doing and all that it does for us as women. And then releasing the hands back to the knees. We'll move through some pranayama to center ourselves with our breath. We'll move through a Nadi Shodhana breath, an alternate nostril breath. So if you're unsure what this looks like, you can open your eyes. We'll take our peace fingers of our right hand and place them between our eyebrows. From here, we'll use our thumb to block our right nostril, inhaling through the left nostril. And then we'll use our ring finger to block our left nostril and unblock the right, exhaling through the right nostril. We'll inhale through the right nostril, switching sides and exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left, switching sides, exhaling through the right. Continue to move through your Nadi Shodhana breath at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling out of alternate nostrils. And just allow the breath to become all that you focus on in this moment. Closing down the eyes if they're not already. In our Nadi Shodhana breath, it allows us to balance our energies in our body. The masculine and the feminine, bringing them into the center, into harmony with one another. Moving through 2 more rounds of your Nadi Shodhana. On your final round, your last exhale being through your left nostril. And then releasing the hands. Bringing your hands, palms face down over your heart center. Just taking a moment to check in with how you feel in your heart space right now. Not physical sensations, but sensation of emotion, of inner knowing within your heart. How do you feel? And then maybe ask yourself what your intention for today's practice is. Hold that intention in your heart. And then gently releasing it with the hands back down. We'll move into some gentle movement before we move into our first restorative posture. So we can come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop position. And from here, we'll just move into some gentle cat-cows. So as we inhale, we drop the belly, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the gaze. And on your exhale, pushing away from the floor, drawing your belly button towards your spine, rounding through the back. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting the gaze, moving into your cow. On your exhale, round through the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest into your cat. Keep moving through your cat-cows at your own pace. And this gentle movement helps to release tension in the low back, often a point of discomfort for many women at this time of the month. We're bringing some mobility into the spine, maintaining flexibility and movement. And also warming up through the abdominal muscles. massaging as we move. Move through one more round of your cat-cow. And then return back to tabletop. From here, we'll move into Balasana, our child's pose. So you can bring your knees wide on your mat, bring your big toes to touch, and then grab any props that you might have and place them in front of you. In restorative, we want to focus on finding a posture that feels really good and supportive. So have a play here and see what works for your body. Maybe you stack a couple of pillows in front of you and allow your upper body to fold on over. Maybe you bring the pillows underneath your hips a little bit more and straddle the pillows or the bolsters, supporting through the hips as well. In this posture, we're focusing on relaxing and softening through the pelvic floor. So whatever posture allows you to do that, take a moment now to move into comfort. So once you've found a setup that works for you, just allow yourself to fold on over your support. Maybe taking some movements to begin with to find a comfortable posture. In our restorative practice, we stay in these postures for several minutes. So taking the first few breaths to really find comfort in the posture. Maybe taking some movement, maybe wiggling through the hips. Just allow yourself to really nestle here, to soften, begin to let go. And once you've found your stillness, maybe closing down the eyes and returning your awareness back to your breath. Remembering the steady flow of breath in and out of the nose. Feeling the expansion through the back body here as the front body is compressed slightly by the support beneath you. And with every breath, see if you can draw a little bit more softness and relaxation into the hips, into the abdomen and the pelvic floor. Giving yourself permission here to really soften. Surrendering to this moment and leaning into your feminine, to the energy of being rather than doing. As you rest in stillness, in the quiet and the peace, allow yourself to surrender to the action of doing nothing at all, to the lack of guidance, perhaps to the lack of noise, and see if you can just lean into being here. We'll be here for one more minute. Make this last minute to soften even deeper. And then gently begin to come out of your posture nice and slowly. Maybe start to bring your weight into your hands, really slowly lifting yourself up. And then moving your pillows or your props out of the way, just rolling over onto one side. We'll bring the legs out in front of us. Just moving slowly, keeping yourself in a relaxed state. We'll begin to shift into our next restorative posture, Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined bound angle pose. So for this posture, you can bring your props lengthways on your mat. And then you can bring them so that they're right up against your low back here. So for this posture, we're going to bring our feet so that they're touching and allow our knees to fall out wide. I'll give you a couple of options here. With your props against your low back, you can just stack them one on top of the other and then recline slowly over, allowing yourself to drape over the pillows or the props. Or if you want a little bit more height, you can stagger them, and you can even place another pillow or prop underneath to lift yourself up a little bit more. with the knees. If the opening is a little bit too much on the inner thighs, you can place blocks, bolsters, or pillows under the knees as well. So when you're ready, just allowing yourself to recline over your props. Again, taking those first few breaths to find comfort in your posture, finding a place of stillness. Maybe opening your arms out wide and really spreading open the chest and the shoulders. Making sure that there's no pain in your low back here. Maybe shuffling yourself around to find comfort. And just allow yourself to take up space here. In our Supta Baddha Konasana, our reclined bound angle pose, we are opening through our front bodies. We're opening deep through the hips and the groin, offering surrender in this posture, opening through our bodies and leaning into an acceptance and honoring our cycle. Opening through the heart and the chest and offering a surrender to love and kindness. Maybe closing down the eyes when you feel ready. Maybe deepening your breath, feeling the breath moving through the front body. And as you begin to soften into the posture, notice if there's any parts of your body that you can give permission to surrender a little deeper. See if you can breathe softness into your abdomen and your pelvis, encouraging a relaxation of the muscles to help relieve cramping and discomfort. And just allow yourself to fall into stillness, into quiet and peace for the next several minutes. Spending the last few moments soaking up the benefits of the posture, soaking in the awareness of how you feel. And then begin using the hands to guide the knees back in slowly, bringing the soles of the feet back onto the floor. Then you can come up onto your elbows and start to slowly lift yourself back up into a seat. From here, we'll move into our final restorative pose. Paschimottanasana, our supported forward fold. So bring your bottoms down onto the mat. Maybe move your delicious bottoms out of the way. And then bring your props on top of your legs. Now again, there's several ways that you can move into this posture depending on what feels good in your body today. If you want more support under your bottom, you can always place a pillow underneath and then stack more pillows in front of you. You can simply stack your pillows or your bolster on your legs like this, or if you want a little bit more height, you can also place a block here to support your head. Now I don't have a block today, so I'm making do with my pillows. I'm going to fold one underneath so they have a little bit more height underneath my head, and I'm going to pull them right in towards my groin. So from here, you can bring a gentle bend into the knees, remembering that these postures are all about really supporting ourselves here. So once you feel like you have your props in a position that feels good, you can start to hinge from the hips and then allow your upper body to drape over your props. You might need to shuffle around slightly, again taking these first few moments to really find comfort. Perhaps resting your forehead down onto your prop and tucking your chin in towards your chest. Our Paschimottanasana, our supported forward fold, is opening through the back line of the body, releasing through the spine, releasing through any tension in the low back. It can also relieve feelings of cramping, symptoms we often experience at this time of the month. Once you've found stillness in your posture, remembering to breathe and to use your breath to soften you deeper, surrender you a little further, and to let go. Staying here for one more minute, soaking in the last moments of this posture. And then slowly begin to rise your head first, followed by your spine. Begin to move your props all the way out of the way as we move towards our Shavasana. So you can take whatever posture you'd like for Shavasana. Maybe your corpse pose, reclining down onto your back, allowing your legs and your arms to come wide, just allowing your whole back body to surrender into the floor that holds you. Or perhaps if you want a little bit more support, you can place your props underneath your knees. We can come into any other posture that feels good for you and your Shavasana today. And as you move into Shavasana, begin to bring your awareness back to your breath, noticing how you feel, feeling into your body and into your heart. And we'll stay in Shavasana for a few moments. And as you rest in Shavasana, I invite you to listen to some words that I wrote recently about the beauty of being a woman. The beauty of a woman's cycle, the way it forces us into feminine alignment. When we get caught up in the craziness of life, operating from the masculine, constantly in doing mode, we get the opportunity once a month to be reminded to slow down. Our body's intelligent wisdom tells us to just be, to surrender, and to simply soak in this existence. It is such a blessing to be a woman, to experience something so profound and connected to earth and to self. Today, let's feel lucky to be divine women. Today, let's embrace the richness of our bleed. And when you feel ready, you can start to bring yourself back up into a seated position. Finding a seat that feels good in your body. And I invite you to bring your hands, placing them palms face down over your womb, into your lower abdomen. Taking a moment here just to feel maybe a sense of gratitude for your cycle. for your blessing of being a woman. And then bring hands, palms face down over your heart space, feeling into your heart, coming back to that intention that you set for yourself at the start of the practice today, and feeling that in your heart space. And then bring hands into prayer at your heart center. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.